You might be able to hear the rain in the background out there. It's finally raining in Australia. It's bloody wonderful to see, I tell you. Oh, Step Stacker, how you going, mate? Jen, hello, how you going? Big Bank, Big Little Bank, how you going, mate? Just trying to get my tablet set up so I can see all the messages. Eddie and Vinny even said go to make guitar picks and listen along. Oh, cool. Yeah, I was really impressed with your guitar pick, Step Stacker. That's really cool, mate. I remember when I was growing up as a kid, I used to always try and buy made in America. Made in the USA. If I saw it was made in the USA, I wanted it. Always loved stuff made in the USA because you knew it was going to last a long time and you knew it was the best quality. And now everything we get's made in China and it doesn't last, and it's very disappointing. But I'm very proud of you, Step Stacker. Wonderful, mate. That was a while ago, yeah. It's the good old days. American manufacturing is what made America the powerhouse that it was. So I really hope that America gets back into manufacturing again. Yeah, your only competitor in China. Yeah, I know. That's like everything here. We had a lot of little manufacturers here in Australia that in our nearby area. Hey, coin hunting couple. They used to make the emergency exit lights, you know, with the green panels on it for emergency exit doors. And they got an order from China for one order, and they had to send them over as part of the deal. They had to send over all the schematics on the designs and everything. And once you do that, you never get another order again, and your company will get wiped out. They'll come after you hard and wipe you out. I think that's what our crazy president is trying to do. Yeah, he's an ass, but he's bringing back the big jobs, hopefully. Yeah, Step Stacker, it's a bit of a joke here in Australia. We're very frightened of China at the moment, and we won't say anything to them. Hey, Anthony Besler, because you know we'd have to, if we ended up at war with them, we'd have to ring them up and ask them if we could buy some bullets from them. Hey, Mark Bokovoy, how you going, mate? So, you know, if you don't have your own manufacturing, you're not a real nation anymore. And that's Australia's problem. We don't have any manufacturing anymore. It's just about all gone. We've just given it away. It's a shame. It's been an interesting day here out of our town. We had the boys in blue must have watched my test video, because we had a large police presence in our town today doing traffic enforcement. So finally our little town's got some much needed attention. I live in apple capital of the world, apparently. We're teaching them to grow them. So that'll be good. Gone soon, yeah. Tasmania used to be the apple isle, and it used to produce all the apples for the world, and we've just given that away. We don't even export the apples anymore. It's a real shame what's happened. Buying local is the key to building a local economy. Yes, Step Stacker. From what I've seen, the worst thing for an economy is corporations. The big corporations come in, they get tax breaks. Oh, cool, Jacob. You're going to be super excited when you get that package, mate. You're going to love it. I'm telling you now. I'll put some interesting things in there for you. Yeah, we had the same thing here. We had big companies come in, take over, and all the small companies got wiped out. And then as soon as the small guys are gone, they put the prices right up. I haven't found anything yet. I'm not as lucky as my little girls. Down with corporations. They have the same rights as humans in America. Yeah. Hey, the Psycho Ducky, how you going, mate? I have just to wait 27 minutes till they open, so just got it. Oh, good luck, Jacob. It'll be worth the wait, mate, I promise. So how you going, Psycho Ducky? How was the how's life been treating you, mate? Walmart just decided to quit selling firearms. Now all the mum and pop shops will have a chance again. Yeah, that's right, Coin Hunting Couple. They just kill all the competition, and all the mum and pop shops are what, used to give all the little kids jobs and, weekend work and stuff, and that's all gone now. Nick. Oh, thanks, Nick. Yeah, it's a real shame the way things are. In Australia, if there's anything that's making a profit, you can pretty much guarantee a corporation or a Chinese company will come in and buy them out. That's been hey Tassie, that's been the way things have been lately. Yeah, 40%, wow. Yeah, Amazon's a bad thing for the world. It's, the convenience of it's incredible, but you got to remember it wipes everything out. Oh, thanks, Psycho Ducky. Yeah, it's like that. Our shops don't sell anything to do with firearms, guns, or anything like that. You have to go to a specialty shop. And when you go in these specialty shops, if you want to even look at the rifles, you've got to show them your ID, your shooter's license. Furious Girl. Bigfoot. Yeah, Australia's very different. It used to be a lot like America, but it's changed a lot since I was a little kid. Probably in the late 90s it started to really change a lot. We started to become a nanny state. This looks like not a very hot bag, this one. Oh, 67, no, I wanted 66. I've still got coins here for you, Furious Girl. Got a package here for you. I don't have your address yet, so I can't send you your coins. You've got to send me your a PO box or something like that so I can send you your coins. Yeah, I saw you pick up at the coin show, Jacob. That was pretty cool. From the LCS, yeah. I wish we had LCSs around here, local coin shops. I looked up coin shops and there's only a couple in. Oh, got a 66. Is it a wave gap? Is it a wavy? No. Not fair. Mum said you couldn't have them. Okay, not a problem, Furious Girl. Furious Girl, you can also donate your prizes to someone else, and that way, when they get your prizes, in the future you can nominate someone, and then when they get your prizes, they'll do a shout out for you, and that helps you get supporters too. And everyone loves it when people give them something. Yeah, you can do that. You just pick someone. The Furious Girl's going to get a lot of attention in the next few minutes. She's got some nice coins there too. She won some nice things. Oh, it's not a wave gap. Not quite. I reckon this is probably the worst coin we've got at the moment. The Catherine Middleton and Prince Dorky. It's a pretty ordinary looking coin. I'm not keeping them. You'll pick Jacob? Okay. Alright, I'll go find your little package. You had two envelopes. So I'll write to Jacob. Pen. Yeah, I'm still having trouble with using my laptop for live streaming. To Jacob from Furious Girl. I'm sure he'll do a really nice shout out for you, Furious Girl. Oh, thanks, John. Yeah, we had a lot of fun doing that, mate. Made, produced in the USA. I was a kid, always tried to avoid the made in Japan sticker. Yeah, now it's China, yeah. Yeah, it's a shame. I loved everything made in the US. That's one of the big reasons I love going to garage sales, because I can still get things made in the US. And like all my tools I try and get are made in the US. Like the US makes the best tools, like your hammers and all that sort of stuff. No one does it like the US. You just go way above when you make stuff. Like a lot of countries just make it to work, whereas America was making it to be the best it could, and that was what made America great, and I loved it. I just made a video that is uploading now. What's the ending for your girl? All right, no worries, John. I will, mate. I hope that helps you out, that video, John. It's we had a lot of fun making it. The girls, after we finished, the girls were playing on the rocks and crawling around, and geez, they had a good time. Bye, Furious Girl. Have fun at school. Learn lots. And remember, if you don't learn, you don't earn. It's your favourite video? Oh, cool, John. Awesome, mate. Yeah. I love this YouTube community. How everyone gets in and helps everyone, and I think it's magic. See you, Furious Girl, and thanks for the package. Learn to earn. Yep, that's my motto. I always tell my girls every day: if you don't learn, you don't earn, and if you don't, if you don't learn, you don't earn. So, and I always tell them, you work hard now, and you'll be able to party and live happily ever after, and you won't have to work hard like your dad. Oh, thanks, John. Well, we had a ball making it, mate. I'd say it'd be probably one of our favourite videos that we've made to date. It was a real lot of fun. It really was. I have found no keepers at all so far. I'm dodging around all the rare dates and the low mints, and I don't know why. You stole Ducky? Oh, cool. Ducky's a cricket duck originally. He's got his little cricket hat on, the Australian cricket hat. My dog food product needs to be processed from USA produced items, not just made in America. Yeah, you got to watch that, don't you, Mark? We have a lot of stuff here that's bought in and labelled as Australian. Just think of the YouTube wizards they'll be when they get older. Yeah, Coin Hunting Couple, they love it. Craftsman tools from Sears, yeah. All sorts of stuff. Like, I just love finding different things with made in America on it. makes me day. I still haven't found a changeover or anything yet. Not my lucky day, but luckily I've got another bag just in case the first one's no good. So I stacked up. 81, nope. Hard search, not too much fine. Let's go 1966 wavy. Yeah, you're not wrong, Tassie. I've got a few 50-cent rolls left, but I wanted to get out and get some of these 20s going because I've got me 1 kilo bar bucket, and it's might accidentally get a bag of search coins poured in it, just to help finish it off, if you know what I mean. Oops, accident. Shh. No, look, I've got the money I need. Yeah. Work hard now, party later. I don't think they're listening. Yeah, no, well, that's the thing, Step Stacker. No one really listens when they're a kid. We always think we know everything. Yeah. We always think as a kid we know everything, and our parents are just pains and silly and stupid, and until you grow up and have your own kids, and then you realise, wow, my parents were right and they only wanted to help me and I wouldn't listen. So I always try and tell my girls that all the time. Just enjoy being a kid, because it's like yesterday I was a child and now I'm an old man. You know, it just goes so fast. So enjoy every day you got, because you never know what's going on. Oh, I didn't even get a changeover. Hello, Doughboy. How you going, mate? The older you get, the smarter your parents seem. Yeah, you're not wrong, Mark. Yep. I just want my girls not to make all the mistakes I made. No worries, Jacob. Yeah, I made a lot of mistakes as a kid. I should have, saved me money and not blame me money and stuff like that, and I would have been pretty well off now. But, hindsight's something special, isn't it? We always wish we could go back with the knowledge we have now. That's why I try and encourage my girls to buy silver instead of toys and lollies and junk food. I say to them, look, with your money, save it up, buy silver and do something for your future. Let mum and dad buy your toys and your lollies and your junk food and stuff like that, and you girls start learning to save. And then by the time you get older, you'll be set up. Hi, 2.5 acres. How you going, mate? Just check I've got you. Have a little check out your... Yeah, I got you. 2.5 acres of farmland, eh? That's our dream, to have a nice big farm one day. I hope we can get there. Hey, Stephen, how you going, mate? How many hours you still needing? Oh, I'm still needing 99,000 minutes. That's sort of like 99 bottles of beer on the wall. If one should happen to fall, there'll be still 98,000 bottles on the wall. 98,000 minutes. Yeah, no, it seems like I'll never get there. How much silver can I get with that money wasted on junk food? That's right, Jacob. You keep thinking like that, young man, you'll do very well in life, because I'm telling you now, silver's not going to stay cheap like this. The only reason silver's really cheap is because a lot of it comes as a byproduct from gold mining. And as a lot of the gold mines get depleted, that cheap source of silver, that silver that's not been mined for especially, but it's just a bonus product, once that bonus product runs low, silver price is just going to shoot through the roof. Just got sent home. The UAG just went on strike. Oh, well. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, my brother-in-law, he works in South Australia in a lot of the gold mines. And all the workers are aware of this fact about the silver. And they're not stacking gold, the gold miners. They're stacking silver. Because they're well aware that as soon as this big lot of silver runs out, the price is just going to go boom. So United Auto Workers, eh? I'm pretty sure that's what UAW means, United Auto Workers. Oh, well, remember up to like 30 years ago, gold was only 25 an ounce. Now look at it. Yep, that's right. During the Comstock load, they were chucking the silver out. Yeah. Yes, GM workers. Ah, cool. Silver's going to do the same. Yeah, we'll coin hunting couple big time. Yeah, my brother-in-law and my sister have been stacking away as much silver as they can. And it's quite interesting when you talk to them, because they're having to go really deep now to get to the gold layers in a lot of these mines. So some of these big mines, they're only going to have, who knows, another 5-10 years at max, and then some of these real big mines are going to go. And when they go, it's going to get real dear. Long enough for us to get some stacked away. Yeah, I agree, coin hunting couple. It's like, I remember watching a show on the South African gold mines, and they're big producers like Australia. They're real big. And they're down like 7 kilometres or something underground mining the gold now. It's absolutely incredible what they're doing to get the gold out. And sooner or later, that's going to end. And when that ends, the world price of gold's just going to go through the roof as well. And they're down, maybe wave gap. Yep, I'm going to call it a wave gap. At least I got something. Yeah, silver's very important in solar panels too. It's always full of silver. They need a lot of silver for an industrial use, so they're trying to keep the price down, but it's not going to stay low forever. Yeah, Tassie, eventually gold will go up. Like, you should check out the South African mines, what the depths they're at, and they only it's only a real thin layer they're chasing, and they're down so deep to get it, and they have mini earthquakes there all the time, and I wouldn't go that deep underground to get gold. I think they're a bit crazy myself. But even the Kalgoorlie super pit, that's getting so deep now that it's starting to cost a lot more to get the gold out. That's the problem. All these mines, they've only got a limited lifespan. And once they're gone, look out. What coins are you looking through? We're looking through Australian 20-cent coins. We're looking for error coins. We're looking for low mintage. We're looking for United Nations coins, Centenary of Federation coins, changeover coins from when they stole all our silver coins off us. And they still make fun of us by telling us. I get a lot of 2019s, a lot. Oh, I got a 66. Can it be a wavy? Oh, I think it is. Oh, I think I got a wavy. Oh. Um, where's my torch? Yeah, I think that's a wavy. Mm, I'll put him aside for future look. It's pretty rough, but it might be. I don't know. Maybe not, but I'll have another look tomorrow. I'm probably just wishful thinking there on that one. 6 minutes left, Jacob. Yeah, yeah, I know that feeling. I wanted to be a doctor when I was younger, but I had no patience, so I became a plumber instead. No worries, Queen Hunting couple. I'm looking forward to your beard shave, Nate. Oh, that rain is just magic. I'm sure you're excited that seal get. Oh yeah, Jacob, I was big time, mate. You'll be pretty excited, Jacob. I put some cool things in there for you, mate. Oh, that rain is just magic. I haven't heard that for so long. I was your iPad. Oh, cool, Mr. Doughboy. Hey, Catherine. Um, I spoke to a friend today, and her friend had just flown back from Queensland, and she showed me pictures of it snowing. Oh wow, Tassie. She showed me pictures of Queensland, and the whole state was just brown. There's no green anywhere, and there's fires everywhere. And Queensland is in a bad, bad way at the moment. We're so thankful we're getting rain here now because it's getting real bad. 96 degrees in the morning. Wow. Yeah, if we didn't get rain soon, like Sydney's already turned on the desalination plant because the water's getting so short. And that costs is $20 million a day to run that. So we really pray for the rain. So you're in Texas, aren't you, Jacob? Texas is a dry state too, like Australia, I'm pretty sure, some parts. I love Texas. Texas is cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to my eye patch, Mr. Doughboy. You do amazing work, mate. I love all my things from you. Oh, I got a changeover. Finally. That's when they changed over from silver to a non-silver coins, and I think it's 60 years. 50 years. 50 years since they stole all our silver. Finally. How you going, Mr. Detectorist? Heading into fall here in western New York State, near Niagara Falls. It's 63 now, going up to 80, still pleasant. When I was younger, here where I live in the mountains, a hot day was 35 degrees, and everyone would go, oh wow, it's 35 degrees. That's a hot, hot day. And now we get 44, 45 degree heat up here. It's changed so much. We're doing very well, Mr. Detectorist. How are you going? We've got rain here in Australia. We're gonna have water to drink, so we're all very happy. So we've got what's happening at the moment is we've got a low pressure sitting off the coast, and it'll just sit there for a few days, and the rain will just keep coming in. So at least for our area over the next few days, we'll get decent rain. But it's so dry. You dig down now. You can dig down 4 or 5 meters now and not find the water table, whereas before you used to dig down, I don't know, a meter and find the water table. So once the water table drops, all the trees start dying. Just got to work. Yeah, I understand, Mr. Detectorist. With all the flood rains the top end gets every year, we still can't find a way to harness this water for drought places. Yeah, Tassie, there's when we finished doing the Snowy Mountain scheme, the big water scheme for power and irrigation, they had a plan to go up into Queensland and divert a couple of these big rivers in Queensland that just flow straight out into the river, into the ocean. And they were going to send those rivers back through a canal, and it's all planned out, it's all designed. All they've got to do is go in there and dig out this canal, and the water will flow naturally in through into the inland of Australia and transform Australia. But none of our politicians will do it because it's going to take more than 4 years, and they only get a 4-year term. So they will only look at projects that take 4 years or less so that they can get the credit for doing it. Hey, sure, Shannon Show, how you going, mate? I love Texas also. Yeah, Texas rocks. Yeah, they had all these plans to turn these rivers around, and they just will not do it. So some of our best rivers in Australia, some of the ones with the biggest flow and the most consistent, just flow straight out into the ocean and not ever gets a drop taken out of it. So they could go in, they could turn all these big rivers around, and they could do a tunnel. Something that's been said recently is they need to do a tunnel from the Brisbane River through the dividing range and pop it out on the other side. And when we get a lot of flooding in the Brisbane River, instead of the big city of Brisbane getting flooded, all that water can flow out into the centre of the country and make Australia green again. You know, make new towns and new cities inland rather than everyone living out on the coast. Because without water, you've got no life. But if you add water, you got life. My coin roll hunting hasn't been very good today. I've got 3 keepers and hundreds of discards. I suppose that's pretty normal. 67 20-cent coin silver. No, Canyon, they're not. 66 20-cent coins were the first year they introduced non-silver coins, 1966. The only silver coin in 1966 was the round 50-cent piece. And then they stopped that. For 1 year they did that. No, all our 20-cent coins and all that, they're all non-silver. If you want Australia... Oh, I got a centenary. If you want Australian silver coins, you've got to go back to the florin. And the florin's a bit bigger than the 20-cent piece. Oh, yeah, a little bit bigger. So I got myself a Centenary of Federation one, a Canberra one. That's the, if I can get it to show up, the map of Canberra itself. Now Canberra was built because Sydney and Melbourne couldn't decide on which city was going to be the capital, so we made a capital. You've been in Florida your whole life? Australia's pretty cool, but it's very similar. It's not like America where you just have very different terrain and very different features. Most of Australia is very, very similar. You have small changes, but you know, we don't have great big mountains and all that everywhere. Very flat country, so it's very like big flat plains and things like that that go for miles and miles. We have some interesting areas, but I don't know. I guess I just love America a lot and want to go there. You looking through your coins and found one? Totally understand the grief steps. Like originally from Lansing, Michigan, myself, whole family. Yeah, we used to have General Motors used to own Holden, and that was Australia's first car brand. And they recently shut down, so we don't have GM doesn't make cars here anymore. They only design cars here now. We still do a lot of your GM's designing. They have a big centre over there where they design the cars, and then you guys manufacture them elsewhere now. Oh, Mr. Detectorist is in Florida. Hi, Victoria. You got to head down to the Treasure Coast, Mr. Detectorist, and find some of them gold coins from the galleons. I was looking up Guam the other night, where Imperium label's from, Guam, and it come up, when I searched it, it came up the Pilar. And I thought, oh, what, looks interesting. So I looked it up, and the Pilar was a Spanish treasure galleon that sank off Guam. And they reckon there's $1.2 billion in silver and gold on there. And they said, oh, that's a dirty gold coin. And they said one of the things in the contents of the ship, the Pilar, were boxes of silver swords. And I was thinking that'd be cool. Holden car was a Mad Max car. I don't know if Mad Max car was a Holden. I'm not sure. I think it was a different car. Someone on here will be able to tell you. Tassie, you probably know better. Yeah, Mad Max car was pretty cool. I met a few of the people that built the motorbikes and the cars and all that sort of stuff for Mad Max. There's a guy in our local town. He did a lot of them for the Beyond Thunderdome, and he still rides one of the motorbikes to work every day. So you see this dude riding his wicked-looking Mad Max motorbike to work every day. Gets a lot of looks, eh? Everyone goes in there to have a look. And then the plane from Beyond Thunderdome, the little plane that they all loaded in and flew away on, I met the guy that owned that. And there's pictures in his house, and he's got all the pictures of all the actors and the plane and him and all that sort of stuff. It's really cool to see all that. Mad Max is very much loved in Australia. And I was up at his farm, and he had this big dam there, and he was telling me the story, the bloke with the plane, how the people from the movie came up to his farm to stay. And this is a long time ago when people used to be silly. And they had a dam there, and it had a natural spring in it, and it used to come up beautiful clear water. And some of the explosives experts from the movie went over and started throwing sticks of dynamite into this dam, and now the water all comes up brown, and it's like they damaged the natural spring. Yeah, Crocodile Dundee Part 2. We won't talk about that. Part 1 was pretty cool. There's a lot of good Australian movies out there that you guys have probably never seen, like Sheryl. The Sheryl Lee's a really good movie for a father to watch with a daughter. It really teaches you a little bit. It's about the old swagmen, how they used to travel around around Australia with the swag. Sort of like a hobo sort of thing. They used to travel around looking for work. And this guy ended up taking his daughter out on the road with him. Ford Falcon was the Mad Max car. Yeah, I thought so, Tassie. Yeah, not a Holden, but pretty cool anyway. Oh, travelling Troy detectorist, lots of Civil War relics. Yeah, we didn't have a civil war or a war of independence here in Australia. We had the Eureka Stockade, and that was when the government was giving the gold miners a hard time. They banded together and built a stockade and come up with the Southern Cross flag, and that was, I'm pretty sure it was instigated by an American gentleman who came over from American gold miner. And he must have given the miners a bit of, we can do it, we can get rid of them and all this sort of stuff. It didn't happen like that. The army came in and killed a lot of them. So after that, that was the catalyst for Australia becoming its own country. We realised we weren't going to win a war, so we started our own parliament and become federated, started our own nation. And the Eureka Stockade's what did that. Up until that time, no one really cared what was going on, but after the Eureka Stockade, Australia became its own nation. They said that in the early days of there's a New Zealander one. In the early days of the gold mining, it was, nothing to pay for the gold license, but later on it became a lot harder. So a lot of them didn't pay for the license to go gold mining, and if you got caught, you got big fines and put in jail and all this sort of stuff. And in the end, the government got really greedy, and they started hunting all the miners down to find their licenses. Like if you got caught without your license, it was a big fine. So they'd watch you get drunk and then walk down to the toilets away from the camps, the tents and all that. Was the New Zealand coin a rotated coin? No, she's a good one, Taz. Yeah, so they'd wait for them to get drunk and walk away from their camp, and then they'd jump on them and demand a license. And that's what led to the Eureka Stockade. People didn't like the fact that they couldn't get drunk in peace. They didn't like getting harassed either, but don't mess with an Aussie's beer. Mess with the beer and you'll get the stick. Pretty new here, Richo. Do you do gold mining? I do sapphire mining, travelling Troy. Most of the gold deposits around here have been locked up. They won't let you go in there anymore. They say it's for environmental protection reasons, like they don't want you digging a little hole in the ground like this. They'd rather a big mining company come in and dig the whole lot out and pay them money. But because we don't pay them any money, we're considered environmental vandals. So they've locked up nearly all the gold mining places around here that you can go and find gold. So we now have to travel, I think it's 2.5 hours to get to the nearest gold place. And we can get to the sapphires in 2 hours. And sapphires are a lot easier when you have a sore back to find them. You don't have to sit there for ages panning. Sapphire's a lot quicker. It's just sieve, and then flip. So you can really do it with a sore back. You don't have to bend over all day. But I do have a sluice. I have a sluice there that I can get extra gold with. But the first time we went up to the gold field up there, it was full of rich retirees in their massive big, $1 million UAVs, these big buses, and they had like air conditioning and all these things. And you couldn't sleep there because of the noise from all these big buses running all night. Oh, I got a Sir Donald Bradman, our best cricketer ever. And he was born in Barrow, or lived in Barrow as a little boy. Very similar to me. So we love the Don. Yeah, that Mad Max car. That's the best car I've ever seen. It's cool. It's a shame to think that they destroyed them all. They kept blowing them up in the videos and the movies and all that. Yeah, sapphire mining is a lot of fun. We get some, some decent ones. You get a lot of small ones, but you can go there and you can dig down meters and meters and you'll find a Coke can at the bottom because it's all been dug through. So what I do is I look for the new flood layer, the most recent one that opened it all up, and there's a thin layer running around all the top rocks. So you lift the big rocks up and you just dig the thin layer around the rocks, and that's where the sapphires stick to. And you do pretty well once you learn how to do it. Our first trip up there, we had no idea. Hey, blended whiskey, we were just getting the dirt, putting it in, like the rocks and stuff, putting it in the sieves and just sitting there and going through the sieves, looking at the rocks, and we didn't know what we were doing. And there was a guy there, and he saw what we were doing, and he came over and talked to me, and he said, "Oh look, come with me, and I'll teach you how to do it." So I went with him, and he showed me how to do sapphire hunting. So I was very, very thankful to him for that, and I'll never forget him helping me that day. So since then, I've always tried to help other people I see up there that are struggling. Just opened the package. It is amazing. I'll make a video today and live stream, trying them on Friday or in 4 days after that. No worries, mate. I'm glad you're happy with that, mate. That's cool. Enjoy. I even put a bit of jade in there for you. Have you seen that? Jade. It's a jade ring. Someone, like I said, a lot of the garage sales I go to, they're very wealthy people and they're well travelled. Like the one I went to the other day, they had a lot of silver from Vietnam, like the little Vietnamese hats made out of silver. I reckon they're really cool. You see a lot of international stuff. So someone went to China and got some jade rings, and I sent you one. You're welcome, mate. I hope it helps you out, Jacob. I hope it gets you rocking, mate. You can do giveaways, keep it, whatever you want to do, mate. Yeah, Stephen, we did. I think I put one wrong number on the postcode. I think there was one digit was wrong. Yeah, they are a copper miner. They're really cool. I love them. I only paid $5 for these 2 silver rings too, so I was 2 silver earrings. So I was pretty happy with them. And the brooch and the pearls. Can you hear? I'm in the back of class at school. Oh, pot of jam, don't get yourself in trouble, mate. School's for learning, You can always watch these sort of things later and learn. But school's very important. I wish I could go back to school now and try hard at school so I didn't have to work so hard now. Oof. My parents didn't give me a lot of encouragement to learn when I was a kid. What time is it here? It's 11:47 p.m. It's getting close to midnight. Yeah, not too bad, Mark. It's been a little bit quiet lately, but yeah, my parents didn't encourage me to learn. Like, I remember I was trying to read when I was a little kid, and my dad used to give me a hard time about wanting to read all the time. And he used to say to me, "What do you want to read for? Why don't you just get a hard job? Just come and work hard with me." And unfortunately, that's what I've ended up doing, working hard with him. So work hard at school, learn, mate, and you'll do well in life. But don't be silly like I was. I've got something really cool I'm going to do a video on probably tomorrow. I've got some samurai helmets, so I'm going to do a video on them. And they were used in the Wolverine movie. Just a quick screenshot of these 3 samurai helmets in a cupboard, like with a glass case over them. And I've got 2 of the 3 helmets from that movie, from that bit. When I saw them, I had to have them, eh? And that was back when I was fit young fella working hard, earning good money. $10 a.m. there, Chen. Torpedia. It's hard. I don't know what they've done with the YouTube live streaming or why they've changed it, but I've now got to use my mobile device. You followed your old man in his tracks? Yeah, me too, Tassie. At least I don't have a son to do something silly like that. Like, plumbing's not a bad job, but it's very hard on you physically. 8:50. Oh, right, so you're in central United States time. That's sort of like South Australia time. Northwest Florida. I see there's a big storm coming to Florida soon. Yeah, no, I can't either, Step Stacker. I tried the other day 10 times and I couldn't get it to work. And we watched tutorials on it and all sorts of things. So I'm just lucky I'm over me 1K so I can still stream on a mobile device. Otherwise, I'd be in the same boat as everyone else. And I'm not real sure how I'm going to do my live streams anymore. Oh, you're right, Palladian Sinus. Welcome back, mate. Yeah, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do all the like number games and all that sort of thing. I'll have to figure something out. It's different when you're streaming from a little computer. You don't see all the, yeah. Trying to make Mr. Dayboy jealous. Yeah, you love them. They're really cool helmets. The owner of the antique shop, he wasn't real happy when I bought them because he'd been using them in a lot of movies. They'd been used in quite a few movies in scenes. He complained. Yeah, I don't understand how they're. I think it has a lot to do with the real little channels that were streaming constantly, and it was just overwhelming them. Like everyone was streaming at the same time. Yeah, I don't. It's annoying. It really is. Like, it seems to me that every time I get close to something or get going on something, it changes. Because I just started YouTube, started streaming on my phone. I think I did about 2 or 3 streams on my phone, and then they brought that 1K ban in, so you couldn't stream off your phone anymore. So then I had to go out and buy a laptop. So I went out and bought a laptop so I could start streaming again. And now I can't stream from the laptop, and they have to go back to my phones again. So it's pretty rude, really. You know, they're encouraging you to create content and do all this thing, and then they make it hard for you. I know it's only live streaming and it's not content that people tend to watch afterwards. That's what a lot of it has to do with. They don't get a lot of, hey Keevan, how you going, mate? I love them axes you're making. But, I'm not sure whether I can get one of them back into the country because it's got wood in it, and it'd have to go through customs, and they might want to irradiate it to make sure it's safe. So I'm not sure how that'd go. But I love your axes, Keevan. They're awesome, mate. It's really cool how you use... Ooh. I just got a new coin I haven't had before. World War I nurses. I haven't seen that coin before, ever.